Thanks for joining. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to assign users to specific jobs. It can get a little complicated sometimes, but you'll have to bear with us in terms of the logic. We want to make sure that users are assigned to good groups or useful groups, whether they're a foreman, a project manager, and then how to assign those particular users not only in groups, but also to specific jobs so that when I go in and say, do a filter on a job, I can see all my jobs, or I can see the activity of more than one job. We're going to walk through some of the basic steps to assign users to groups and then assign users not just to groups, but also to specific jobs. So let's get started. All right, let's take a look at how we can manage our users. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and click on my username right there. This is just all some sample information in here for you guys. And I'm going to go to user contact maintenance. Now, not all permissions levels are going to have this, but most will. So I'm going to go through and I'm just going to randomly select one person here. So now this person has no profile set up in the system other than they have access to the system. Now, if we want to allow this person to become part of a group and then assign a specific job to them, this is how we can do it. So the first things first is I'm going to add profile information in here. So I'm going to click create. Now, in an ideal situation, I may have initials. If I only want to limit somebody to a particular branch, I can limit them to a particular branch. I can also give them a specific list of who they're going to be part of. So in this place right here, they can be a general contact, they can be a job contact, or they can be a vendor. In this case right here, this person's probably a project manager, and so we'll give them a job contact. If they were like a warehouse manager or maybe in the prefab shop where they cross all sorts of different jobs, I may have them be a general contact. So we can talk a little bit about what the intent of these types of contacts are, but let's just go ahead and say this is a job contact. Now I can add more in there as well. Now I can also show in the list. Now we have three basic class of people: foremen, which are typically field; project manager, which is obviously usually in the office and they're usually working on a specific job; or a particular estimator. This person here, I believe, is a project manager, so we're going to go ahead and make them a project manager. Now, there's a lot of other things we can do. We can assign specific jobs right here, or we can go into jobs individually and assign specific jobs. And so we've got two ways to do this. There are pluses and minuses a little bit on each, but if I want to give them a specific job here, but I can only really do it for one job at a time, it's actually better to go into a job and actually assign that user there. I may have more than one project manager for a job, or I may have more jobs for one project manager. I can also assign specific job addresses, and so different addresses for different things. So if I just want to assign the general address for this person, I can go ahead and add them in. I can also add a specific address just for exactly this only person right here. I can also have additional contact information, lots of different opportunities there. If you want to assign different tax tables, that's more of an advanced task. Most people usually aren't doing that. The main thing here is that we want to assign them that, hey, this person is working on jobs. This person belongs to the project manager bucket. I can go ahead and create all of the things around that. Now from here, if I want to assign John to a job, I can again click up here on my name. Oops, I grabbed incorrect one. I can go to job maintenance and I can find a specific job. So I'm just going to grab this very first job right here and I'm going to go and edit, and I can give specific contact information for this job, or if I have different location addresses, I can add different addresses for this particular job. So just because a job has an address from the ERP system, because that's where most of these get picked up, we can add additional addresses for the job. So maybe you want it, you want stuff to be delivered to the warehouse. Maybe you want stuff to be delivered to the office. Maybe you want stuff to be delivered at different locations on the job site. I can do that down here. But one of the main things we were talking about, though, is I want to add an individual that can be able to work with that specific job. And if I have more than one individual associated to a job or more than one job, I can go here and add job contacts. I can say who the foreman is, and if I have foremans that are labeled in there, they'll show up. Or I can say, hey, the project manager for this job is John, or whoever else I have in there. So again, I can grab um, more than one, and I can continue to string these together so that a job has more than one contact. And again, you can have contacts for the field, contacts for project managers, contacts for estimators, or if I have, miscellaneous job contacts, I can add them in there. And then I save my changes. And now when I go and I look at a particular job, I'm going to see everything for that job. Or if I need to get contacted about it, or when we send things out from the system, we'll be able to assign that and make sure that the appropriate people are copied on all of the activity that's going on in the system. So that's how I can make sure that a particular user is assigned to a specific job. First things I do, I go in here. I'm going to say, hey, this person, what is their class? So in this case, I'm going to say they're a job contact. I'm going to say, hey, this is a project manager. I'm going to go ahead and save these changes right here. And then I can go into my job maintenance and pick a specific job and then add those contacts into the job so that I'll be able to see those and interact with them. Okay, so that's it for job contacts. Thanks for watching.